Hello, and welcome to the 2021 Arts Foundation Open Studio Tour. My name is Tamara Scott Anderson, and I'm going to be taking you on a virtual tour of my studio and show you some of my work up close and personal. We're starting here in my studio, and this is my contemplation wall. This is where I hang my work in progress while I study it to see what's going to happen next. Here you can see some of the sketches I did above and below before I started the piece. Now I am going to be zooming in on the works so that you can appreciate all the variety of materials, the stitching and the beading, and all of the embellishment in general. So also here in my studio are some of my smaller works. Here's a little picture of some of my studio materials. And then this is a piece I call Girlfriends. When people see what I do with reclaimed, repurposed, and donated fabrics, they want to give me things. So several of my girlfriends cleaned out their closets and their jewelry boxes and donated them to my studio stash, which inspired me to do this stylized grouping of 3 girlfriends. So you can see I leave negative space in my work. This helps create more depth in the sculptures. And to me, texture is everything. So let's take a quick peek now at a piece called Potted Garden. Now this piece has a variety of types of beads, like these stone jasper beads, and the variety in shape and color of these red beads that form the flowers. I'm going to give you a little side view of the work so you can see the amount of relief and depth that are created. Now these little skinny pokey beads are called vintage bugle beads, and they're some of my favorite to use. So now we'll go on down into my living room, and on the left we will visit a piece called Two Lights. A diptych in the shape of clouds, and you can see that the sunset is reflecting off the water, and then we have the light of the night sky with the star and the moon. So when you're viewing my work online, I encourage you to zoom in so you can see the variety of materials, the stitching, and all the embellishment that goes on in my work. I'm going to slide on over here and take a look at a piece called Ankle Busters, Puerto Penasco. So the beaches I like to visit off the Gulf of California have short waves, and they're called ankle busters. So this was my attempt to capture the movement of the water as it swirls, twirls, foams, rises, breaks, and splashes. And it is probably one of my more dimensional pieces, as it does protrude off the wall about 5 inches. And then we'll take you on over to view Wedding Bouquet. A friend of mine donated her mother's vintage wedding dress, and I was taken by the embroidered and beaded bodice, the length of covered buttons, and the frog closures. So I deconstructed the bodice from the train and the skirt, and then with fabric dyes, I painted a floral composition on the sheer fabrics to cut up and use as the base of this piece. I'm going to show you a little side view again to show you all of the texture and relief of this piece. So those are just a few of my pieces up close and personal. If you'd like to view more or schedule an appointment to visit me, or I can bring you work, visit my website, tamaraartist.com. I appreciate your viewing. Thank you.